the Democrats.
But that's good because you did good because he's a lifelong resident, family, he's been involved a long time. I've spoken to some people since we spoke, and people are very impressed with your show. So,
Owners.
there you go. You should be hopeful for next time, you know?
Yeah.
Because you did good. Really, you
This year,
did.
PC's over, so.
I mean,
I saved all my socks, I'll put it that way at home.
That's right, 2 years.
And then,
Oh, you're gonna get into
charter changes.
That's Paul and Mike.
Well, you might have to see, we're gonna get something different. That changes the landscape. That's true.
Absolutely.
Good, how are you?
We can call to order. She started the broadcast. All right. Project updates. Roof projects at Wallow and Metcalf.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Appreciate you letting me join by Zoom tonight. Sorry I couldn't be there, recovering from knee surgery at home for a little bit. I'll give you updates to all the projects, one after the other. So roofing job is going well over at Walloon. They're about 95% complete. They're getting over to the flat roof work probably by Monday. All shingle work will be done by Monday range. They have some metal trim and flashings yet to finish, but just creeping over the holiday break, they'll be 100% done with that building. So that's good news. They did test for some black tar material that was discovered under the shingles, but it came up negative for asbestos, so they were able to keep going without any special treatment of that. So that's good news. They are gearing up, but they've had a internal meeting today to move over to Metcalf. But with the change in the weather and so forth, with the frost, they will commence over there if we really want them to, or they would prefer to wait till spring to start and complete that roof. As you know, or I've heard Steve tell us before, that previous roof was put on in cold weather and it didn't do that great in terms of performance. So Steve's not opposed to it, not to speak for him, but we've had a discussion and to most likely wait until spring to do that roof at Metcalf. Unless anybody objects to that, I think we should move forward with that plan. I did confirm with them that in no event should they ask for additional dollars in the spring due to labor increases or anything like that. And they've assured me they will not. And they already have the material, so that's the good news. We won't be waiting for material.
Question is there any problems at Metcalf now? I mean, Steve's not concerned about any leaks, anything like that? I mean, what is the timeline for them to get a roof on Metcalf?
Yeah, Steve's main concern was at Walloon. That's why we started over there. So that building is now, weather tight that it hasn't been in many years. So I can touch back with Steve if he does have some problem areas over at Metcalf that are serious. Maybe we can have the roofer take a look at that and put a temporary Band-Aid on it to get us through the winter.
Sorry, if you don't have home boiler, they won't seal.
Did we start a little bit later than we planned on?
Well, he had hoped to actually work on both buildings simultaneously, but he had a lot of sickness in his crews and so forth. And we do hear of that kind of all over the place on many projects. So he wasn't able to have a full crew over there all the time to be able to break guys away to start at Metcalf. So that's really how he got himself into this position.
Project will start in the spring.
So that's the recommendation that they're making. If we're opposed to it, they will certainly do the work. It will not jeopardize warranty or anything like that. But, in the morning now you have frost and so forth. So you got to get that off the roof to put new roof down. And the difference at Metcalf also is there's a lot more structural work to do and replacement of plywood and a new layer going down and so forth. So the job will take a little longer. So if the weather was great and if we had the weather that we had last week for another month and a half, you'd have no problem, but I think we're just asking for trouble if we try to push too hard.
I mean, Steve's not here, but if he doesn't see a problem making it through the winter without anything serious, I don't think I have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem. The only problem that I have is we were promised it was all gonna be done, by the end of next week. And, that comes on the contractor. Once the contractor makes that commitment, I don't really care what his problems are. He needs to live up to his commitment. So that's the piece that's disappointing in all this. We seem to be in this situation more times than not. And, I don't disagree that putting the shingles down now is a good idea, but at the same time, I'm having a hard time when you say, oh, no, it'll all be done by Thanksgiving, it won't be a problem, we'll get it done, it's gonna be through. And now we're, you had sickness and this, that, and the other thing, and, it took longer, and, you knew what it was gonna take. So that's my only concern right now, because I'm getting really tired of listening to excuses, I really am.
And Steve, when would you start in the springtime? You projected April,
Most
May?
likely, most likely the end of March. Unless you have one of those long winters that just won't go away.
The same weather conditions you have now, theoretically. So springtime, will be spring.
So right now,
Beginning of March.
And
Beginning of March, you said?
assuming the weather's cooperating, yes.
We have the same price, the same warranty, everything, there's not gonna be any changes and they could be more expensive, materials went up, et cetera.
No,
Nope.
materials are in hand now, and he's agreed, no price increase for labor and so forth to be passed on.
You get that ready?
I will.
when you have it right, we'll agree 100%. We're in concurrence at the moment.
Okay. Moving on to HVAC project. The only remaining work is the change order work that you approved at last meeting. He's got all the parts in for the domestic water pump and valve replacement that you approved. So he's coordinating with Steve for a convenient time to do that switch over, as well as get the guy in to pump out the glycol and put the new glycol in the school. So that's ready to go. He's just coordinating those efforts with Steve for a convenient day.
Okay.
On to site work. The two parking lots are going well. Sub base is now going in, the stone if you've been by and so forth. So he's got all curb set. He's now forming for concrete sidewalk and curb, the monolithic curb and walk that he's beginning to place now. And he's still planning on getting base course of asphalt down this season. The plant is still open. So he's on schedule where he thought he would be to have this done. As far as general contractors work, he's installing some conduits and service piping over to the greenhouse area on Monday to get that out of the way for last section of sidewalk, and to start foundation excavation for the greenhouse the week after, and proceed with foundations over there as well. He's for other work with the general contractors package. There's been a flurry of submittals processed by Lewis's office and the contractor for materials for the building. So he's starting to get ship dates and so forth, the materials for all aspects of work, but particularly the longer lead items are for the auditorium. So once he has that information, we'll build that schedule and be able to talk with Steve and the administrator and the principal to how soon we could get into the auditorium and start that work. And as we know, we've discussed before, the flooring and so forth will start in the spring after school. And that's a brief update on the projects.
When's the science start?
The science labs, if I heard that correctly, that'll be a spring start. So he's working on shop drawings on the casework to procure that material through the winter. Those are long lead items to be ready in June when school's out to hit those areas hard with the flooring in the building as well. So as we've discussed before, he's committed to being complete for the opening of school in August, end of August 23. Any other questions?
Are we 100% at the end of August 2023, or is everything done by then?
Yes. He'll be the last package. Yep.
So a couple of things to add. The roof that was in question at Wallaloo was restricted to the area where the smoke chamber was. That's the one that has the pitch roof. That's where they found the tarp material. We have done, as you know, very extensive asbestos testing on that roof, so I was surprised to hear that. They asked us if it would be okay to have a tester. I said, sure. They tested and it turned out to be expensive. So that's good. Our civil engineer visited the high school site this week. He's very pleased with the work. He told me all the grades are just the way they should be. The quality of work is really good. And he feels that they can get the paving done before the next quarter. So all that's
Okay.
So in terms of the Rhinebeck Health and Safety Project status, I really could probably speak more to it, but we're past the design phase and we just submitted our project certification this week with the FDA, so we're just waiting to get approval back from that. But it's
Yeah,
progressive.
my only question about that is if anything had to be allocated from this committee, you know, those school committees take up a lot of that, it's allocated, the money was there, you know, we haven't heard anything since you followed the law. And we didn't talk about it, but anything needs to be done on this committee, anything, even if it's a slightest inclination or suggestion to the experts or whatnot, it's just on the record, let's do it for the schools.
Yeah.
It's a,
We have a multi-tiered plan, you know, so this would be the first wave, but the funding is secure through the
so we're gonna
SBA.
do it as expeditiously as we can.
Right, so we just need to follow the process that they set up. It's an expedited process. We don't have to go through all the approvals and process and all that. The first thing is to get the emergency application in, which we did. We're about 60% completed to all the documents. So it's just waiting to hear back to them, from them. We have the estimates ready, and then we submit 60% of the estimates. Get the go ahead.
Any other questions on that? I had a question on the invoices. The progress payment for ATC, is that including the change order work or not including?
No,
No.
that's not on his requisition yet. So
Okay,
he'll have another rec and bill that when he's complete. That'll be, sometime in December.
all right. Anyone else have any questions on the invoices? Not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion's passed. And that's it.
Aye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, yes.
Good, how you doing?
You're gonna shut down.
You guys,
Take care.
Take care. Hey, take a shower, will you?
Okay.